Welcome back to King's Quest 2. I mean, look that. Turns out we survived that fall. Huh, they must have saved us. They must have saved us.
Oh boy. I think we interrupted something.
Oh my god, he's cheating on his wife with someone!
No, Jova, actually...
I know, but hey, how could I not? So, he made the granny a vampire as well.
Yeah.
Cute.
How do vampires get married?
They were already married, remember, Dwibs?
Oh yeah, they were alive before.
I took the liberty of preparing you a dish.
I think
these vampires, they are no Bela Lugosi or hell, they're not even Martin Landau.
What do you mean by that?
I suppose still better than Twilight.
You mean like they're not evil? Well, yeah. If they were just generic vampires who do bite without asking questions, they would be generic. I mean, I like the fact that they try to make them more like actual. You know, they're human. There's still humanity to them.
And this guy actually makes a better Dracula than Drake.
I wonder what this scene was like in the original King's Quest 2.
There was no scene in the original King's Quest 2.
You actually went there, stabbed Dracula, and that's it.
Yeah, literally, there was nothing to it.
Then why the heck they couldn't have actually made a conclusion to that bad guy if they did all this for Dracula?
Everything you're seeing right now is new content by the people who made the remake, and
in this case, I see why they couldn't have been bothered to actually do something with the father then.
No, Joe, but I've already explained this to you. The reason I've already explained this to you. They can't do closure because in order to do that, they would have to make like a King's Quest 9 or something. Like, okay?
So, what's stopping
the point of the father is to explain why there are so many villains attacking the Kingdom of Daventry and give some kind of context to what was introduced in King's Quest 6 but never actually concluded.
What were you going to do with him?
Well, still, why not just do something from the ground up like what they're doing here?
Because, well, they're moved on and they're making their own new games now.
No, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about back then.
Maybe they didn't have the resource and they just said, fuck it,
not to mention Activision only gave them the license to remake the first 3 games. They don't have any more rights beyond that.
Trying to ignore the fact
I think it's already a miracle the fact that they had permission to redo the first 3 games.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Sierra give them permission?
Activision is the one who owns the series.
And considering it's Activision we're talking about, I say it's a miracle indeed.
Obviously, that was a private joke.
By the way, they just did a Princess Bride joke right there.
Well, I haven't seen Princess Bride, so I don't get it.
Oh, you totally should do it.
Well,
it's a really good movie, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I heard the same director also did North.
Yeah, don't worry, Dwebs. Everybody is already. That's a horror.
It's like that film you like, Pedro, Kung Pao. The guy who directed and wrote and starred in that also wrote such gems as Barnyard.
It's like Coppola making Jack.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve Oakley. He wrote such gems as Barnyard.
Anyway, let's actually focus on what's actually going on screen.
I'm still surprised, Bibbs, though.
So the vampire was something.
You haven't seen Princess Bride.
Jova,
let's see every film.
Jova, let's try to comment on the game, maybe.
Oh gee, just like Brave Prince and Musashi Part 1. Anywho.
Okay, so basically, Count Caldor is giving me a chance for survival. Basically, he wants to offer a tiara to his wife as a present and shit. There you
I can't go out because it's sunny outside.
So basically, he has no idea.
Does this mean that Possum's going to be all alone now?
Actually, Jova, we're gonna talk about that. Hold on. But also, basically, as he's gonna say, he doesn't know where the tiara is. It could be literally anywhere in the castle or something. So basically I have to investigate and look for clues. So basically I have to investigate the castle and look for clues about where that tiara is. And if I don't succeed by sunrise, he will kill me. So there you go. Seriously, he may not be super duper evil, but he's not a saint, definitely.
Are you on a deadline now? Time limit?
Yeah, time limit.
So I have until just
but
before.
But they give me plenty. But they give me plenty of time for me to talk to them. So I'll do it for the sake of plot.
The Count's eyes glint red as he looks directly into
Yeah,
your
I
own.
don't think
For
it was
your
necessary.
own sake,
His eyes are black still.
you are successful.
You bravely suppress a shudder. It seems clear that you are not off the hook yet.
Well,
The
but of
Count has
course.
nothing more to say to you at the moment.
Alright, let's see the Countess.
Pardon my asking, but as the Countess of this realm, I presume you have lived in this castle before
Do
now?
not speak to my
Yes,
wife, you
that is
cretin.
so.
How did you come to live in that old house by the sea?
After my husband died, I continued to live in the castle for a
Pull
time.
the
I
string.
watched my newborn son grow into a man, marry, and have
Ah.
a child of his own.
Possum.
Possum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome
Shortly after
possum
her
kicks
birth,
Doctor
however,
the sea
my
those
son and his
spots.
wife both befell
The
a
hell?
tragic end at the hands of
You know that awesome possum.
More
The
Quebec.
Countess looks pained and appears unable to continue.
I apologize
Or-
if I have caused you to relive your grief.
A
So
vampire
Voldemort
cannot
killed her
truly
son
feel
and
grief,
daughter-in-law.
but perhaps my wife still
Yeah, but
recalls
the thing is,
hers. I
the
shall
Countess still has very
continue
bad
forward,
memories from what
if you
happened.
so wish.
Alright, by all means, continue.
Please, if I may know, how were your
Yeah,
son and
please,
daughter-in-law
let me
lost
waste
to you?
time.
They were slain.
Fortunately, the game gives us more than enough time, so we're good.
No, I
Oh yeah,
know,
the
but-
this is important actually. The Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood
yeah,
of Evil?
the Brotherhood of the
Your
Pack.
mind reels, so that is the
So,
connections.
the Lycans?
Yes, the werewolves.
Why would the Brotherhood
There you go.
kill your heirs? Oh.
As you have just guessed, the Brotherhood wish an end to the reign of my family.
Yeah, there can be only one Sons of the Night.
Again, goes back to mythology about werewolves and vampires being mortal
But then,
enemies.
and then you make King's Quest 2 the quickening.
Exactly. Stolen from me through
And then they made King's Quest 2222. The what the heck are we doing?
Actually, what the heck are we doing is kind of could it be the tagline of the King's Quest series? But yeah.
Well, hey, don't worry, Jim. It's a better game than King's Quest 2.5. That game was horrible.
Don't even get me started on King's Quest 2.6. It took the next 3 King's Quest 2 games to unlift that tragedy.
Yeah, so there we go. See, it was actually the Brotherhood of the Pack who sent that infected bat to turn him into a vampire.
Wait, what?
Basically,
So
they
where
were
did
hoping
the vampires?
hoping the vampire would kill him, the bat would kill him. Sorry, but they
Do
did.
not be so hard on
suicidal.
yourself, my
Yeah.
dear. I remember that night well. That hideous creature gave you no chance.
Perhaps. But I should have awoken from my dark sleep sooner. Then I would have been able
Like
to
you had any
protect
control over
my
that.
son
Well,
and
yeah,
his
but
wife,
uh,
and you would not have been forced to flee the castle, to live out your days in that wretched old house, under a false identity.
It was not so bad a
Aw.
time. Dear little Possum loved it. I hope she will be as happy in her new home. She has a new life now, with no reason to fear anymore.
I
With
get
who?
that she transformed Possum into a vampire, and so also.
They were
Yeah.
once,
As-
Whoa!
Oh boy.
Are we ever gonna see Possum
No,
as a
he-
vampire?
yeah, we are. He did it for the sake of protecting her. You know, he couldn't leave her alone. It was really the best thing to do.
I suppose.
spirits of the wild.
Okay, so young. You get to live your life in eternity now. Try not to go mad, my dear.
Spirits.
Actually, Jova, they go a different route with Possum being a vampire, as you'll see in a moment.
Knowledge, but their own.
Eh?
You'll see.
But it is evident that the men
In
who
this
were given
part?
the ability to
Yeah, in this part.
transform themselves. Unfortunately,
This
their
ought to be
minds
interesting.
were apparently transformed also.
Oh.
They began to believe they were destined to rule, and since
Yeah,
they
What?
have
Basically, the
No,
werewolf.
no. That's a generic thing for human beings
So the
too.
danger you
But yeah,
face is not the result of
basically the
some
werewolves are
decaying
have a tremendous thirst for power, and they want to kill the vampires because of
will
that.
likely reflect such. But to answer your question, the members of the Brotherhood are no longer the goodly monks
Oh,
they
boy.
once were. Do
So
not
they were good
represent
ones.
Their fellow brethren well.
I'll
The Count
say.
has nothing more to say to you at the moment.
All right, so
The Countess has
They have nothing more
say
to talk
you at the
about.
moment.
meanwhile,
So maybe we should go before they have us for a midnight drink.
You seem to have lost your appetite.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so oh, actually, wait. Oh, wait. Dwebs is
You
about to
take
come
the
back.
ham from the
Hi.
dining table.
Welcome back, Dwebs.
Oh,
but
a ham.
basically,
Oh,
You're not
I
hungry
didn't know
enough to
William
eat.
Shatner was joining us for this.
basically, since we were kind of talking about it, I'll explain that. Graham also talked to him saying, "Oh, and turns out the people at Colima still hold you in high regard. You could still become ruler if you want." And they're like, "I don't know. I'm a vampire."
Hey,
Oh,
wasn't
You
that
see a
in the
young
last
woman
part?
Oh,
sitting on
boy.
the dusty floor. She has a book in her lap entitled Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh boy, the irony.
Wait a minute. Why did they rewrite it so that the wolf was a reporter?
Words.
Yeah.
The book tells
By the
story
way,
of a young
Dwebs,
girl
Red
who
Riding
met a
Hood
wolf
is
in
now
the
a
forest.
vampire.
The young
Yeah.
woman's head snaps up.
Oh,
Her
shit.
black eyes drill into your own.
Yeah, I
You
actually
gasp as you
buy
realize you're
Red
looking
Riding
at
Hood
yet
being a
another
kung fu
vampire.
fighter better
Just
than
how
this.
many has the count made tonight?
Actually, Dwebs.
The
Actually,
woman's
Dwebs.
lips transform from hungry
She's
to
no longer a child.
pleasant
As a result of the
recognition.
transformation, there you go.
the guest of my grandfather's
Whoa,
house.
she's
I was
older.
hoping I would meet you again.
The woman is
Please
certainly
don't eat
beautiful,
me.
but in an eerie, unnatural way.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Joe.
You
But
find
she
yourself
still
in the
remembers
middle
how
of
he
a
helped her
moment.
twice,
She does
so
look somewhat
she won't
familiar.
eat. She won't
But
eat
from
him.
where?
But even still, though, wow, she got older all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden she has...
Recognize me?
She has...
She looks like a vampire version of
You
Tifa.
remember
Yeah.
the bad
Nah,
I can see that.
not that big.
With a
Oh,
start, you
oh, the hair,
recognize the
okay.
young woman. She's grown and matured considerably
Yeah.
since you last saw her. The little girl, Possum, has been transformed completely into this. She has traded her small ruby cloak.
Oh
for
yeah, I've had a
dazzling
reading.
satin
Apparently
robe of the
these
same
narrations
color.
weren't added till like
Are you
2009.
No, they
or
weren't.
10.
No. Originally,
No,
they
it's
only
just
hired
that
voice
you
actors for the normal because.
have me at a
But then when they
not
when
know your real name.
the AGD formed their
Anastasia.
professional branch, Himalaya Studios,
Anastasia.
they
Yes,
they managed to hire John Bell for these
My
narrations.
parents left me before they died.
Was John
Oh.
Bell in any of the other official Dragon King's Quest games?
No. He was never in King's Quest before
What
this.
do you seek here?
You
Oh,
explain
so
your
her real name is
He's the
Anastasia.
narrator of all three remakes made by AGD. And yes, they were only added for 1 and 2 in 2009. But the remake of King's Quest 3 had the narration right from the beginning because it came out in 2011.
She appraises
Oh,
All right,
so
so
really-
basically she's gonna help us
Then knows
find the
how
tiara.
told you.
Still, though,
take
why
the
did she
book
become
from
older all of a
Anastasia's
sudden
hand.
is what I'm wondering.
I'm guessing it's that's the way vampires work in this world. But it doesn't.
So if you're old, you become younger, and if you're young, you become older.
Basically, if you become a vampire, you become young and
You open
sexy.
the book and are surprised to discover
Of
not
course.
pages, but a hollowed out
It is the
section
circle of
in which
undead.
sits
I
a
don't know.
silver key.
It's the circle of undeath.
There
Yes,
also
thank
appears to
you.
be something written on the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was your daily episode of the
All right.
Joe the Musical Show.
All right, so she gave us a book, and let's take a look at the book.
Sure.
No, don't read it, you'll die.
Let's see.
If you
Written
know
by-
what-
if treasure you
treasure
seek
is-
dig to my heart,
You're-
tales of fiction is where you must start. Find first the beauty with stepsisters 2, Cinderella, then visit the huts that the big bad wolf blew.
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
The girl with no flock will usher you away. Will Bo Peep.
Pete.
To the little old man who spins gold out of hay, Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Those two star-crossed lovers shall be your last guide,
Romeo and
Juliet. They'll lead you to riches that pirates did hide.
Pirates of
Peter
Penzance,
Pan.
Pan, and
Yeah.
so many, but so much more.
What you earnestly seek shall now be truly yours. Though get it part wrong, and you'll
Just
be greeted by maws.
Oh yeah, Jovid.
Oh, what?
Hey Jovid, this is this could have been Hoodwink Free's plot if they ever made that, but we're not gonna get it, are we?
Maybe
it-
we
it-
might. Someone hard-headed enough to actually make one.
For Hoodwink 2 bombs.
So the so does Hoodwink, so is the story of Hoodwink swimming in fairy tale lore and shit?
Dwibs. Hence why I said hard-headed enough.
Well, they're the Weinsteins, so. Well, basically, the
Yeah, and
first
then
film was
I
mostly
apologize here. I forgot that the narrator actually reads the book himself, so I didn't actually show it. But whatever. We're done.
The first film was mostly about Red Riding Hood, but they do a little twist on it, kind of like what
boy,
Shrek did.
you need-
But the second film, they
Second
threw in a
Geo.
whole lot of other fairy tale characters like Hansel and Gretel, the witch, the giant,
That sounds cool. I love fairy tales, so it looks like I'd be
But
down for
apparently
Hoodwink.
Hoodwink 2 sucked.
Yeah.
Well, Dwibs, have you actually seen Hoodwink 2?
Not entirely, but I've seen clips, and it doesn't look very appealing.
Okay, so basically to solve this puzzle works like this. If you approach the eye icon over any of these books, you'll see the title of them right there in the text box. So and if I press them with the hand icon, I'll push them into the wall. So basically, that book is the solution to the puzzle. Basically, I have to find the correct books and press them in the right order as it's indicated in the book.
I see. So, did you see Hoodwink 2, Jova?
No, I haven't yet. We'll probably look at it in a commentary, so I'll be able to actually formulate an opinion of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm not looking forward to it, though.
Oh, come on, Dwibs. Don't always believe word of mouth on everything.
It's directed by the guy who did the Postman Pat film.
Oh.
Okay, first book.
Well, I haven't seen that film either, and I don't know about Postman Pat.
I grew up with Postman Pat, and that trailer killed something inside me.
Well, how was the actual movie, though? You know the trope, never trust a trailer? Well, has anyone here actually seen the actual movie?
I haven't. I don't really have any intention to be honest.
Me neither.
Me neither.
So then how do we know if the movie was as bad as the trailer was?
I'll take word of mouth, because everybody who saw it actually said that it sucked, so whatever.
Oh, okay then. Well, in that case, that'll have to be a commentary then.
Wait, but shouldn't we do the some other
particularly with Dwibs and Shiroi around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sticks and Stones. Solomon Grundy, what?
This bookshelf is full of fairy tales, not just the ones that I need to solve the puzzle.
Do you actually get to read these fairy tales?
No. I can only look at the books. Well, you can just read fairy. I mean, I don't think it's necessary for them to actually insert full fairy tales for us to read. I mean, we have the internet for that.
Yeah.
Okay, basically I'm trying to look for the second book. I'm not. It's kind of
Which
hard.
is Pretty Little Pigs, I think.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying.
So
Oh wait.
Supposed to know where. Okay.
I've already explained, Joel. If you approach the books with the eye icon as I'm doing right now, you'll see the title of the book right there.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, there it is.
Pedro, I was not talking about that. I was wondering if there's any indication for how much time you have left before you get eaten or drunk.
No. The time limit is invisible. But don't worry. The time limit is very generous. You can do this fine. As long as
time up.
Expanded.
Like the time limit is very generous. Like you have to really absolutely suck shit at the game in order to really lose like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good job I'm here then.
No. I think even you guys would get by here just fine. Honestly, it's not really that hard. I mean, this. All right, black sheep, the fox, and the rat, and the rat. Blah blah blah.
I'd probably have to take a picture of the poem and then have that alongside me as I try and figure out this puzzle.
Mm-hmm. All right, Rumpelstiltskin. And
okay.
we're almost done. Only one more book, if I remember.
In a particular order.
How funny would it be if Pedro screwed up at the last one?
See, Dwibs, we have the note with us, so you wouldn't necessarily have to write it down.
So, Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really Romeo and Juliet, not really a fairy tale, but I guess.
Yeah, to be honest, it's not really a fairy tale.
I wonder how William Shakespeare would react here.
To be honest, it's funny because Japanese people tend to think of it as a fairy tale since they made that fantasy anime out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we found Treasure Island.
So that's the pirate one.
Fortunately,
that's where Disney hit the book after the film bombed.
Dwibs, you're thinking Treasure Planet. Remember, Disney also did a Treasure Island movie with Muppets, and that one didn't bomb.
Even the original one live action from the 60s, I think.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so fortunately Anastasia's book had a key for it, so the book is now open.
Okay.
Skimming through the book, you find that a map has been sketched on
Thanks
the
to
last page.
pirates.
Close scrutiny reveals it is a top-down layout of the castle.
Oh, how convenient.
Yay, now we can give this to the
Buried
Balmonts.
near one of the graves. You
Oh,
shudder, hoping
okay.
that this is not going to be a case of digging all night.
King's Quest 4 reference.
Yeah.
There's a small piece of writing near the
I don't get it.
I know it's a joke for King's Quest fans. Don't bother. When we get to King's Quest 4, you'll get it.
All these references you mentioned, I'm gonna say the same thing.
No. The great thing about the reference is that it's not one of those references where people who haven't played the other games would be confused. No, the references fly by. Like even if you you wouldn't even know there was a reference there if I didn't tell you. That's the great thing about the way this game is written. Like the references are hidden. Only the King's Quest fans will detect them.
We will not be completely safe until they are gone. At least I now need not fear anything that prowls by night.
True.
I know, because you pretty much are something that prowls at night.
The rest of eternity, you will be fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Just don't go out in the daytime.
I'm
So
pretty
the
sure.
moral is being a vampire is actually awesome.
Hoodwinked free, Count Hodula.
Oh boy, what do you want?
Of course.
Would you be so
Maybe she could be his bride.
That
That would be something.
I believe she wanted me to have it while I was alive. Now, it seems no longer appropriate to keep it.
Self-referential humor.
I must retire now. It will not be long before sunrise. Good night, Graham.
Good.
How can I have a good night? Your father is threatening to eat me.
Good night.
Wait a minute.
Good night, and watch out for Blade.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Come to think of it, if it's sunrise he has to before, can't the father technically not eat him at sunrise?
Okay, speaking of that, in the comics, does Blade have the power to stay out during sunlight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What half vampire anyway?
All right. So.
Look, ghosts.
Yeah, these are the ghosts of Anastasia's parents. So, like she asked, we're gonna leave the bracelet in their grave.
And enter the cemetery.
But first, using the eye icon to find out which one it is.
I've seen this. I've seen this in the fails in one of the fails videos.
Yeah.
What happens if you don't?
Dig the wrong grave, you get pulled down, and that's it.
By the two ghosts?
No. You can get killed by these ghosts, yes, if you put the person in the wrong grave. However, if you dig in the wrong grave, yes, you do get pulled down to earth, which is a reference to King's Quest 7. Anyway.
Don't die, waves.
Sorry, guys. Dracula found me.
Don't worry.
But you're coughing.
Alright.
The ghosts do not respond at first.
Ha ha ha, coughing. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
It nods, almost sadly. The ghost seems to want to say something, but appears unable.
Thank you, madame.
Its face, though transparent and hazy, is lined with grief and torment.
Aww.
Its facial features waver into focus. The ghost is female.
She's female, then. Hot damn! Wait a minute. No. Actually, no thanks. I think I'll take a different date.
Do we need wait for her? Now we journey to the realm of the dead, where it's long.
Oh no, the Shadow Realm, no!
They've been here waiting for their daughter to join them, but now that they know that will happen, they can now cross over.
While looking downward, you notice that a beautiful gold ring now lies at your feet.
Oh, I'll take it.
Thank
you.
And now I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Oh wait,
You lift the gold ring from the ground and carefully place it in your pocket.
Yeah, right. Okay, time to dig for. All right, time to reenact the sequence from King's Quest 4 and hunt down something in graves.
They had traveled safely for many a day until crossing a bridge along their way. She lost her balance and fell to her fate. He tried to save her, but it was
too late.
Yeah, again, Taylor, have you played King's Quest 7?
Douglas
yeah, but it was briefly and a long time ago.
And did you ever? You might remember how in King's Quest 7 you could choose the chapter you want to begin with. Remember that?
Yes.
Did you ever go to chapter 4? The Land of Ooga Booga? The Dark Land?
No, I don't think so.
Well, basically, this thing where the graves talk a funny story about how the specific person died. This is a reference to King's Quest 7 because in King's Quest 7 they did this too. All right.
Okay.
Hey!
You died from professional sloth. All right.
Well,
Basically, what I'm doing.
I actually first heard that when Matt in one of the SGB playthroughs hummed that a little bit. I thought, where's that from? And then when I was watching the King's Quest 2 fails video, I found, oh, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
It's the music that plays when you have a silly death.
Yeah.
Count Christopher Ivir, 1175 to 1200.
Ivir?
Ivir.
Time so near.
Emir?
Dear, lend me your ear. Please do not fear. Life
Got it.
ends here.
Rhyming overload.
Yeah.
I love rhyming.
All right, so let's
I
save.
know the right grave's got to be here and hide the jackpot
Basically, we
somewhere.
have to look for the grave that we found in the
Feel
book.
apprehensive.
So it
Show some
So what?
respect.
basically I forgot something. Well, I forgot I was supposed to get the shovel first. You kind of yeah, probably should have thought of bringing a shovel maybe. Past me. Yeah, you think
Shovel
past
Knight
me?
would be disappointed.
I know. Oh my god, Joven, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh my god, I totally such a missed opportunity. I totally should.
Yeah, you should have brought Shovel Knight actually. When you think about it,
I totally should have brought up Shovel Knight's main theme for this section. Don't worry, don't worry. I'll do it. I'll be sure to do it when I record Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Oh, you're gonna record that? Nice.
It's one of my favorite Zelda games. I actually think it's a rather underrated one, so I'll do it.
Nice. And maybe also include that for King's Quest 4.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so let's see.
How far have you gotten into Shovel Knight?
I've already completed it.
Nice. How'd you like it?
I love it. Anyway, Salting the Grave.
Well, I'm looking forward to those free playable bosses.
Your shovel hits something hard.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Must have found something.
I wonder what it is.
You got a ring. You got another ring.
And look inside.
You got the I am gay gloves.
Okay, let's see. It's in the box.
You search through the belongings of the deceased. According to the headstone, they belong to a Count Christopher Ivir. After
Columbus?
searching, you find a parchment. It appears to be the last will and testament of Larman Odnarb, healer.
Oh, that's the name that was in the book.
You run your eyes over the parchment. It's dated 1200, the same as the date on the headstone. However, the instructions pertaining to his burial were for Larman to be placed near his family at the church's cemetery.
Oh
dear.
shit.
Uh-oh.
I guess that means we have a problem.
Yes, we have to go dig in the church's cemetery, and yeah, it's not exactly a pleasant plan.
What happened?
We're literally we're literally gonna get into the mouth of the wolf, the wolf's den.
Oh boy.
Why don't we ask the vampires for help?
Because they won't get near. They won't get near because the werewolves are they're moral enemies and shit. So.
Yeah, I know that, but surely they could fight him off.
Darling, I think he's escaping.
All right, everybody.
Oh, I'm sure he's not, dear.
All right, everybody. For the rest of this part is me getting to this church, and then I'll cut the part. But there's still something going to happen. So don't quit the video just yet.
Hurry up, please. You're taking forever. Or I'll give you a game over.
Dweebs, you could still be the next voice actor for King's Quest.
I don't think Sierra heard me in time.
You'll
Too British for them.
Well, I said the next King's Quest game.
I think they do another one after this new one they're doing.
All right.
I don't know.
So the granny is not only here. However, if we approach here and
lift the
pillow,
pillow beneath it.
we
To
find.
your surprise, you discover a small bottle of ointment. A label on the side reads Wolf.
Oh, this should be useful.
Being very careful not to smash it, you take the ointment and put it in your pocket.
Sure.
In my pants.
In my dimensional pocket.
Yeah.
I have a TARDIS for a pocket.
You still got nothing on Cloud's Drive, though.
Yeah.
He can fit human beings into its pocket.
Jova, you should be amazed at how much bigger the party of Final Fantasy 6 is, and yet all of it still fit in one-dimensional pocket.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what do they do in that game?
King's Quest 6
basically we have like
it's not King's Quest 6.
We have 12 playable
Final Fantasy 6 has a total
something.
of 12 playable characters.
Is that why 7 cut it down to how many?
9.
9. 7.
Anyway,
main
ladies and gentlemen,
optional.
in the next part, we enter the church to rob their graveyard. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
See you then.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.